to really
Wow.
get this, you could spend some time by yourself,
Oh yeah, I
you
spend a
know,
lot of time.
do you?
So
And just
I'm
go,
doing
I'm a good
yeah,
soul and I'm a good being, and
self-love.
I just need to gain control of everything.
Yeah.
Control really means you have to get out of the mind because the mind can't control itself. And a lot of people don't realize that. And
Mm,
I see these psychiatrists and all these
yeah.
psychologists, and I work with them, and it's like you're trying to use the mind to fix the mind, and you can't. You can't use the
Mm,
emotional body to fix the emotional body. You have to get back away from those bodies in awareness and consciousness and control those bodies because
so
everyone else is using them too.
how would you do that besides food?
Break thought. So what you have to do, this is not anything,
Yeah.
this is non-physical. It is the shifting of your ability to think or your ability to observe.
Okay.
When I'm observing you and
Mm,
I'm not putting any thoughts there, I'm seeing you for what you're showing me,
yeah,
right?
that's true.
And that's also when you're lecturing or anything else. If you're in the way, you're not going to see truth. So you got to get out of the way. How do you get out of the way? You become the observer as
Mhm.
opposed to the thinker. And it's that sort of thing. If you can get any books by Jay, last name Krishnamurti,
Yeah, how do you spell that?
Jay,
You've said that before, and I've tried putting the captions on.
Kristmurti, Krishnamurti. And he was an
MURTI.
Indian man, lovely little Indian man. He was supposed to be a guru for millions. And he said, me? No. He said, but I can show you how to see truth.
Yeah.
And he has opened so many people up to
Mm,
awareness with understanding that the mind is your problem, that thought
yeah.
is the creative, initial creative force to creation. Of course, he doesn't talk quite that way and spiritually, but I do.
Yeah, it is. When you manifest,
Mhm. Yeah.
you can. So is it as simple as when your thoughts, observing your thoughts when they come in, just repeatedly turning it off or
Right. If you're observing,
practicing?
you'll see a thought come in
Mm,
because you can see when a thought starts coming in, you start thinking about, you have to really be what they used to call in spirituality, the watcher of the threshold, where you really have to be the watcher, the observer of your activities. That way, your karma and everything is controlled by you, and your ability to wake up out of creation. But you don't see you've got like a school in creation. So you have all these different levels of beings, and they're not all ready to wake up. That's stupid.
mm,
There's new beings. I talked about it on a video just the other day. There's new beings here all the time. I've talked to them all the time, and they've never been to this physical world. And there's beings waiting to get into this physical world, and there's a lot of them waiting to get out. And that's where I'm at. I'm here to help people get
interesting.
out of this world. The health part's simple. That's easy.
Yeah.
But how do you survive all these things? Bad relationships, problems with the health and the body, parents, the karma between your traveling buddies. I mean,
Mm,
your family, father, mother, sisters, brothers. You all got karma together. Are you working
yeah.
that out so you're not spending together all the time? So a lot of people are unaware of the spiritual side of life and what's going on there.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been trying to kind of weave that through the health side of it because the health side is simple, easy.
Fascinating. Yeah.
But the spiritual side is simply a matter of you waking up from the dream, your dream, and you keep creating your dream. It's your desires,
Interesting.
your thoughts that lead you down your own road.
Yeah.
And you just have to realize that, influenced by many others, of course, because that's creation. But
Yeah.
who's the experiencer of all this? You. When I say
Right.
you, but who's you?
Yeah.
And the best movie I could say that you could really watch, but you would have to understand that, in my opinion, is the Bruce Lee wrote a movie way before he died. And Bruce Lee, of course, very martial artist, right? I
Mm,
mean, top
yeah.
notch in moving the chi,
Mm.
learning how to move the chi.
I heard you talking about him on a recent video, and I was like,
Perfect. It's just
start
cool as all get out.
looking at.
Yeah, how
Mm,
he could move the chi, control the chi, because he was conscious, he was
yeah.
aware. But He wrote a movie,
That's interesting.
yeah, called Circle of Iron. And he hired David Carradine, of all people, to play the master.
Okay.
And then this is all done in the orifice of martial arts, but the journey to find the self, to find God, to find the ultimate,
Yeah.
to find what it is people are seeking, right?
Yeah.
And so you had to go through this journey and you had to have this big martial art contest to see who would be allowed to go on this journey to find God. And so, to make a long story short, he went on this journey to find God, and it had all these levels we talk about.
Yes.
He talks about all these physical, emotional, the mental
There's
levels,
so many.
and he did it all in this movie. So cool! It is unbelievable. And he finally got to the top. He finally got to the place where he got to get the book of God that has all the answers in the world. Everything. People have fought for generations to get that book,
Yeah.
and they fight to get there. So he got to this big temple-like place in the sky or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
and so this guy says, he says, "I'm here for the book." And the guy says, and from there on, it was totally peace, total
That's
love. You know,
nice.
so, oh, it was cool as all get out, right? But he says, "Sure,
That's
you can
great.
look at the book.
Yeah.
Here's the book. Everybody comes from fights and goes on this whole journey to see this book. And here it is. And this beautiful leather book. And he starts
Yeah.
opening it up. And all you can see from the camera is him just smiling and then just start laughing. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
And he showed the book, and each page was nothing but a mirror.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
that took a lot of
interesting.
awareness to write that movie.
I
But
know. I
then,
can't believe
oh, yeah.
there's a
Oh, you
movie
had to
like that
know
first.
that the reality is always you. When you're stripped of
Yeah.
everything, your emotions, your thoughts.
To see more clips of me and Dr. Morse discussing health and spirituality, be sure to subscribe to my channel on YouTube and click the like button to help it grow.